Okay. All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for one and only Rob Gronkowski.
What's up, everyone? How y'all doing?
Gronk, thank you so much for being here. I know that you're a big fan of USAA, and you always make a stop here at the Salute to Service Lounge. Why is it so important to you?
Yes, no doubt about that. USAA has been great to me, has been great to everyone that has served in the military. We've had one of the best campaigns of all time with all those commercials that have been running on television, throughout the football season for the last 4 or 5 years, and USAA has been one of the best companies to work with. And on top of it, it's for the veterans out there. It's for you guys. And to be able to surprise a guy like Dennis today, meet him, from Boston. We connected. He went to high school. I put the weight room in at his high school in the last over the last couple months. We got a Pena right here in the front row, Eddie Pena. I give him the pain, that's where that last name came from. But I surprised him. You guys saw the video, and that's what it's all about. And thank you guys for everything that you do for our country, the service that you guys, do for us, here in America. Thank you for the sacrifices that you guys make, and that's what it's all about, is giving back to you guys that have served our country.
4-time Super Bowl champion. If you could rank your Super Bowls, was the first Super Bowl the one where you were most excited about it, or did it just get better each time you went out there and got yourself another ring?
Yeah, this is a wonderful question, and I'm here to rank the Super Bowls, definitely. And everyone always wants to know as well, but the first one definitely, sorry Seattle fans, Super Bowl 49. This is your redemption game. We'll see if you can redeem yourself, but Super Bowl 49 was one of the best Super Bowls of all time. It really was, from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter, and then ending it with the Malcolm Butler interception. I had a touchdown going into the half. Julian Edelman, had the game-winning touchdown. Danny Amendola, my other really good friend, had a touchdown, and our running back Shane Vereen out of the backfield had 10 catches, and 10 first downs in that game. So it was a complete team win. It got me into the Super Bowl club, and I won it in Arizona as well. And I went to school at the University of Arizona, so it was kind of like a homecoming in a way. So that was definitely the number one. That's number one on my list. I would say number two was the Tampa Bay Super Bowl. Actually, going down to Tampa, they haven't been to the playoffs in 12 years or so. It's kind of like the Jets going to the playoffs next year. That ain't happening though. We're not going to the Jets. That Tampa run was a great run. That was definitely I would say that's my second favorite Super Bowl. My third, it's difficult because I didn't play in the Atlanta Super Bowl. I was having a great season, and then that guy from Seattle lit me up going down the seam, and I broke my back, broke my lungs, and I was out for a year after that. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Yeah. But so the Atlanta, greatest game of all time. But I had a great year that year. But I would say that's the fourth Super Bowl on my list, just because I didn't play in it. But it's all right because I redeemed myself and got a Super Bowl 2 years later. And I would say the third favorite Super Bowl was when we played the Rams in Atlanta, and that was actually my very last game with the New England Patriots.
So, funny backstage moment, because there was a media member who brought a 12-man flag, and he asked Gronk to sign it. And Gronk said, well, you want me to sign a Seattle flag? And he did. And you wrote Rob Gronkowski, Super Bowl 49 champion on it.
He thought he was tricking me by having me sign the 12-man flag. I was like, all right, I got you.
So let's talk about the game tomorrow. Seattle are favorites, I believe 4.5 points in that one. How do you see the game going? What's the...
Look at this. What's your name?
Tara Knight.
Tara Knight. Yo, Seattle fan here. She got a chain that says, bitch, I'm a Seahawk. That's pretty legit. That's like a chain that Marshawn Lynch would wear.
That's all his shoes on.
Yeah.
You're really
Russell Wilson.
There you go.
Those are his shoes.
You bought them from him?
No, he made these.
Oh, impressive.
So how do you see the game goes?
Yes. All right. So I see a really good game tomorrow. I really do. And these two teams, they're different in ways. Seattle's just a dominant football team. They got dominant players. In New England, they don't have dominant players. I would say they got great players. They got good players, but they don't have the dominant superstars like Seattle has. But that doesn't mean that you're going to win the game if you have dominant superstars. It means how you play the game of football. It's all about strategy. It's how you attack your opponent, and that's what New England does. They're dominant in that aspect of the game. They got great coaching. I mean, look at 2 coaches, one coach of the year with Mike Vrabel and assistant coach of the year with Josh McDaniels. And Josh McDaniels, I would say, probably the best offensive coordinator of all time. I mean, this is his 10th Super Bowl. So I see this game with a dominant team, you know, with the Seattle Seahawks dominant players, and then a New England team that knows how to go in with a strategy. And that's why this is going to be a hell of a clash and a hell of a game because of that reason. You usually see 2 best teams and the 2 best, you know, players on each team and organization going at it in the Super Bowl. So it's going to be a unique one. I'm here for it, and I think the Patriots end up, you know, out strategizing the Seattle Seahawks, and they take it home.
We'll make a money back.
Yeah, take it home. Yeah, let's go. What do you want? For that chain.
Can I have this? Where is that chain?
Maybe. If you guys win. If you win.
Gronk.
So, Gronk, one thing that I've been very impressed with you is your analysis on Fox Sports. I was sitting on the couch watching football one week this year, and I actually turned and looked at the TV. I went, wow, like he's clearly putting a ton of time and effort into studying these teams and understanding exactly what the nuances are for the games. How many hours are you logging on a given week, like breaking it
Oh,
down?
man, you're just making me sound like look good, man. Hyping me up. I know what you're doing over there. Oh man, how many hours? Like every single day, 24/7. I'm breaking down film. Like, what am I going to say for my 30-second segment on Sunday? I'm studying 48 hours a week for a minute and a half total. We show up on Saturday. You know, you fly in on Saturday to LA, the studios in LA. A lot of people think we go to the games each time, because every once in a while we actually do it on the sideline and at the stadium. But, you know, it's a unique situation, like in week 2 when Kansas City was playing Philadelphia, since it was a Super Bowl rematch. We did it in Kansas City, which was really cool. But we show up, and then you get the questions, you get the topics, what you're going to talk about. And I probably study, you know, write down some information and just make sure I got a clear read on all the topics of what I'm going to talk about, and probably study for about an hour or 2 on Saturday, and then review your notes in the morning. You rehearse for about an hour or 2 as well, and then you're pretty steady with it, and then you go in on Sunday and you're ready to go.
Give me the analysis on Drake May, because after the era that you were a part of with the Patriots, a lot of people thought there may be a long drought until they're able to find another quarterback that's anywhere near a Tom Brady. Drake May has come into the league and made a lot of noise. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable and pretty incredible to have a run with a guy named Tom Brady and what he did, and then just go a couple years only, and then find another franchise quarterback. Like, that's why all you other fans out there are pissed off. It's like, how is New England doing that? And it is crazy. I mean, I didn't think, like, whoa, they already have another franchise quarterback in Drake May who can run, who can handle the pressure, who can handle the situation, who can handle, you know, being there after a guy, you know, that is the best of all time in Tom Brady, and not let it affect his game. So the Patriots are very, very, you know, fortunate in this situation, definitely. But his game, what's so great about him, and it's huge, you know, it's a huge factor that Josh McDaniels is there as well. He was hired as offensive coordinator. You know, he helped develop Tom. He helped develop many other quarterbacks out there. He knows how to put his players in the best situations to succeed. He knows how to draw up a game plan on the offensive side of the ball perfectly. And just the way that he has helped out Drake May, you know, that's one of the reasons why I would say Drake May is where he's at now. Because you can have the arm strength, you can have the legs to be able to run, but you got to be able to read a defense in the NFL as a quarterback. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there that I've seen that have the ability to be an NFL quarterback, but they never hit the field, they never become a starter, they stay on the practice squad because they can't read a defense, they can't read a blitz, they can't read a scheme, they can't read a coverage, and that is a bigger aspect in the game of football then being able to throw the ball, very accurate. You got to be able to know what's going on. And that's what made Tom Brady so great. And that's what's making Drake May now so great, because Josh McDaniels is there to help Drake May in that aspect. And then on top of it, Drake May has a great arm. He can throw a great deep ball. He's got the legs when he needs to run, get the first down. For example, the last play of the game in the AFC Championship game versus Denver, he had that boot play and ran for a first down and sealed the deal, and they didn't get the ball back, Denver, to go down and possibly win the game. So Drake May's a complete quarterback, and he's there he's there with the presence to be a great quarterback as well, with his calmness in the pocket and off the field as well.
All right, if you have a question, you can put your hand up and they'll bring a microphone to you. The sports world kind of freaked out this past week, understandably so, because Bill Belichick did not instantly get into the Hall of Fame. Made a lot of noise. What are your thoughts?
Made a lot of noise, and it was necessary noise, It needed to be, documented that, everyone needed to come out and speak about it, and everyone was on the same exact page. I would say 98, 99% of the people, we're agreeing that, Coach Belichick got snubbed out of the Hall of Fame as a first ballot. He's definitely going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame eventually, but he should have been a first ballot. I mean, guy has 8 Super Bowl rings, 2 as defensive coordinator back in the day with the New York Giants, 6 as a head coach. His resume is better than anyone else's resume out there as a head coach. And the one thing that's not even on his resume is just how many lives he has touched, like how many opportunities that he has given to players like myself. I wouldn't be here sitting here if it wasn't for Coach Belichick drafting me in 2010, giving me all the opportunities. And what's so great about him is he's super fair. Yeah, he can be strict, he can be demanding, but he's one of the fairest coaches that you would ever meet. There's some coaches out there, that's the first round pick. He's our starter. He was our first round pick. Well, it doesn't matter with Coach Belichick. You could be the first round pick, or you could be an undrafted free agent, or you can be the 7th round pick. He'll put everyone on the field and say, may the best man win the job. I don't give a F. It's football. I don't give a F if you're a first round pick, if you're a 7th round pick. We're here to put the best man on the football field, and I'm going to give everyone an opportunity and a fair shot. And that's what he really does. He really, really does that, and that's why I feel like he finds a lot of guys. He found a lot of guys that were undrafted to get the start for him, because he gave so many guys a fair shot. So that's not on the resume, but I'm just saying, and same with coaching. Look at his coaching tree. So many other guys went to go be a head coach, because you learn so much from a guy like Coach Belichick about the game of football and about life as well. So he should have 100% been a first ballot.
Okay, let's take some questions. Right back here. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's John, and I'm from Arizona.
Welcome.
That's my question to you, Rob. I got an 8-year-old who plays tight end. What advice do you have for him? He's going to, in about 10 years, be playing at the U of A. He'll be a Wildcat tight end just like you.
That's what I'm talking about. You see the future, baby. But at 8 years old, it's kind of difficult to really give true advice. I would say play like many sports. I developed a lot of skills. At the tight end position, because I played basketball as well. And basketball contributed to, being a tight end. I know I played hockey growing up. I'm from Buffalo, and all the physical contact playing hockey and and being able to work together as a team out on the ice, contributes to the game of football as well. You got to be out there, and have a common goal with your teammates to get the job done, to win the game and score goals and score points. So I would say, to an 8-year-old kid, just play all the sports, do everything that you want to do, and to be a tight end as well, get that mindset that you want to be physical. You want to block people, and you just don't want to be out there as a fancy wide receiver just being able to catch passes. A tight end, you got to be mentally tough and mentally strong as well.
Okay, we got time for one more quick question right back there. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Mason Dakotas from Massachusetts.
Oh, well.
Mason, what's up, man? How old are you? 10?
11.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah. My question for you is, you played with Tom Brady, and how really good was he on and off the field, as a person and a player?
Well, as a player, he was all right. You know? When he has a guy that's 6'6", you know, Inspector Gadget arms, he just throws the ball in the vicinity, and I just go up and catch it and make it look really good.
Is the Tom
Yes.
Brady romance still very much alive between you two?
Yeah, that's why I'm up here making fun of him right now. That's when you know it's still strong. But you know, I found out, you know, one of my friends was at his appearance one time, and he was ripping me apart on the stage. I go, oh, that's free game now. Every appearance I have, I just give him no credit. But no, Mason, he's the greatest player of all time for a reason, because of how hard he worked, you know, and how dedicated he was to the game. And he found a new way to get better every single day. And every single day as well, he brought energy, you know. He brought the standard, you know, to the table. You had to play to his standard, or else you weren't going to be in the huddle, and you were going to get kicked out, and you're going to be on the sideline, and someone was going to replace you. He's the greatest player, and he was just such a great teammate as well. He was super unselfish. He did whatever it took, you know, to get the job done. You know, in whatever aspect of the game, and off the field, he's a great friend as well. He's got great family, and just overall, you know, he's a great person. He really, really is.
Fantastic question.